First off, Trotz has given up the GM job. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of like a lightning out of a blue sky. You know, it was really I had no idea. I hadn't heard anything from anyone over in Nashville about it, but I mean, I don't know the reasoning behind it, so it's hard for me to speak on it. It's just, hopefully he's all right, and hopefully it's nothing, you know, with whatever's going on in this world. I feel like you never know what's behind the scenes, so I'm going to leave it at that, and hopefully he's just all right and finds happiness in whatever he does next.
Mattias, when you first came in, you talked about the one thing you noticed, team's got to be a better defensive group. But at times you've shown that. Obviously, you go to 2 Cup finals, you've locked it down. It's kind of gotten away from you lately here with 25 goals against in 5 games. How do you get it back? What have you seen from your group when you know that the group's committed to playing the defense you need to win?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we know it's not been good enough defensively. Obviously we've been rolling pretty good offensively, and I've been on teams where you've been opposite, where you are pretty good defensively, but you can't seem to find goals. And that's, in my opinion, a lot harder than finding your defense. I think, I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying is it's a lot between the ears. I think it's a lot about just putting an emphasis on it, you know, respecting it, knowing that it's hard. It's easy when I feel like a lot of the games lately we've scored 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever and outscore them, and then you're thinking like, well, 1 or 2 or 3 doesn't really matter because we're going to score so many anyways. But it doesn't work that way every night. You saw it in Minnesota or against Minnesota, right? They go ahead early, and then it's hard to catch up. It's just what it is. So I think it's a mental thing for us. I think it's just, to a man, we got to emphasize and understand how important it is, and especially, as you said, come playoff time, we've shown it, but it's not like you can push a button when that time comes around. We have 2 more games here. Great opportunity to start it and then get some rest and come back and hopefully figure it out how we know how we want to play. It's a matter of executing.
Chris said it's not you're giving up a ton of shots, it's just you're giving up too many grade A chances. Do you see that too, or all of a sudden the guy's standing by himself?
I agree with that 100%. I think it's we got to try to limit the odd mans, limit the breakaways, and we know if we got to give our goals a chance to see every puck, to not having looks that, I mean, you know, you have somebody backdoor, and if you don't get the shot, it's a pass over for a tap, and it's been way too much of that. So, and it's been like some of the games you come off and you're feeling pretty good about it, but then you think back, it was like 2 instances or 3 instances, but they all led to goals against, and that's what's got to get cleaned up. But some nights you're out there and you're just getting hemmed in and you don't even know how to get out of the D zone. So I don't think that's been the case a lot. I think it's more been, as you said, the quality of looks that we've given up, and obviously we can't have that.
As a player who plays in front of the goalies, it's not always the goalie's fault. There's stuff that happens before it gets the goalie.
I would go to myself every time. I wouldn't look anywhere else. I think I can do a better job personally. I think we can do a better job as players on this team, excluding the goalies. And if you want to go there. But I think when you have a team that are committed to playing defense in front of them, they're going to show up for you as well.
A couple of years ago, you're winning all these games 2-1, 3-1. So obviously the team can play that way. I mean, it's not like you can't. Is it a mindset, or is it when you're on the ice just being?
I'll say this. I think I'm not looking. It's not an excuse by any means, but if you didn't tell me, I don't know who we're playing tomorrow. I feel like we played that many games this year to this point than we had last year. It's a lot of hockey, and the toughest part when you play a lot of games is getting emotionally up for every single battle. That's just what it is. It's a human nature. It's the same for everybody though, and some teams seem to be playing pretty good defense. So can't use it as an excuse, but I think it's somewhat of a reason, at least the way I feel about it. It's been a lot of hockey, and it's been tough to get up every single night for the emotional battle, because you can look at the X's and O's of our defense. As long as you don't play with competitiveness, as long as you don't play with that edge, with that, you know, that oomph and physicality, they're gonna run you down.
Calvin Pickard's on waivers. pretty well-liked guy in this room, done a lot for this team. How does a player stomach sort of the business of the game on a day like this?
You know what? I'm trying to look at it in the best way possible. When he got up here, I don't think anybody was expecting him to have the kind of run that he had for us. Amazing teammate, amazing guy. Probably the most vocal guy in here, but he didn't have any sort of reason. It's just him, right? He was, I think, honestly, I think he helped a lot of guys in here just taking some pressure off of big moments. That's what those guys do. I think that's what's so impressive. It's just, and it's not like he's saying something every night. It's just he's being him. He's a nice, loose guy. He's not afraid, even though it's a Stanley Cup final or it's a game 47 in somewhere. He'll be joking around in the room. He'll be just making you less tense, I would say. And I think that's, I mean, on the other side of that, too, he wasn't here because he was just that. He was a hell of a goalie for us. I mean, he was 6-0 in the playoffs. Like, you look at what he did on the ice as well. So just trying to think back on what a run he had and how impressive that was. Hopefully he stays with us. But obviously, for a guy like that, I wish him all but the best.
Part of you hopes he goes somewhere and plays.
Absolutely, that's what I mean. I hope he goes again and does it again. You know, like that's, or stays here and come. You know, you never know what the future's gonna hold. But I mean, to summarize the whole thing, love the guy. He's been nothing but awesome for us, and yeah.
That's an important ingredient on a team is that chemistry and having that guy who's good in the room and light in the room. Like, to what extent is that going to be missed with him gone?
Yeah, no, for sure. It really is. Like, I've been on numerous teams where when you have a guy that just does it naturally, right? Like, you can always try to manufacture it, but it's not the same. So we'll miss him for sure. We have some other guys that can lighten up this room, so it's good that way. But he was obviously a big part of that and did it in a very natural way. And yeah.